Hey, how are you all doing? My name is Duncan Kirkwood. I'm a global resilience advocate and best-selling author. I'm the owner of Duncan Kirkwood Consulting, LLC, and I'm so excited to be presenting to you all today to pour into you on your journey. We're going to talk about passion, purpose, and grit, and how you can use these to really achieve the life that you want and turn the things that you're passionate about, turn that purpose, that fire inside you into a way to provide for yourself, your family, and build a career in the life that you want. So get ready, y'all, because it's about to go down. The first thing I want to talk to you all about is passion. It is so important that you find out what you're passionate about by getting in organizations, joining clubs, and really stepping out of your comfort zone, because you never really know what's going to happen. College has to be about more than just taking tests and doing homework. You have to grow socially as well as academically. You know, one time I was walking through the student union at my college in Alabama State University, and the lady says, "Hey Duncan, you should join International Students Association." And I'm like, I'm not really interested. That's not my jam. She said, "No, anybody can join." I said, "I'm not even from an international place. I'm from Buffalo." She said, "No, come on and join." So I keep pushing back, and I ultimately don't join the organization. And I find out that next semester, 10 of my friends, they joined the organization and they got to go do a year abroad at the University of Virgin Islands. So they're on the beach in St. Thomas going to class. And I missed out on that opportunity because I was, comfortable in my zone. I was, trying to do the minimum. And so what I'm saying to you all is it's important to step out of that space so you can find passion, you can find organizations, you can find a mission in life, you can find things that you're good at. Let me tell you about the time I got it right. So I was a junior in college and I'm walking through the student union again, and a woman says, "Hey Duncan, will you come join this organization? Come check out this meeting we're having." And I said, "What's it about?" She said, "It's about Middle Eastern policy." I said, "No, thank you." Right? I said, "That's not something I'm interested in." So she says, "No, come on, it's gonna be good. We're gonna talk about really powerful stuff. We know you're a leader on campus." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll come check it out." So I get into this meeting and it's only 5 people in the meeting. So I'm like, "Oh, this is about to be whack, y'all." And she starts talking about the United Nations. She started talking about wars from 50 years ago. She started talking about the Middle Eastern conflict. And I'm just, trying to stay awake, trying to pay attention. And then at the end, she says, "So, would the 5 of you like to come to Washington, D.C., all expenses paid in first class?" I say, "Well, sign me up," right? I want to be there. So the 5 of us get to go to D.C., and when we get there, we're walking up to the D.C. Convention Center, and who do we see? Senator Barack Obama is shaking hands, right? I couldn't believe it. So we meet him, then we go a little further, and we meet Senator Clinton. She's giving hugs. "Hey, will you come to my reception?" And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then the keynote speaker is Condoleezza Rice. I couldn't believe what a powerful informational experience this was. It changed me, to meet these amazing people you only read about. And so I go back to campus and I tell everybody. I'm telling the NAACP, I'm telling my fraternity, I'm telling SGA, I'm telling everybody, this organization is bringing people to DC. They're helping you meet the Congress people and the senators. You all need to get involved. So the organization calls me and say, "Duncan, have you been telling everybody on your campus that we fly people out to DC for free, that they get to meet these important folks and we're doing this great work?" I say, "Yup, I told everybody." And so they said, "Duncan, that's incredible. We'd like to invite you to our speakers bureau." I said, "Oh, okay." So I come back to DC again for free, and I'm there with students from Yale, Columbia, Duke, University of Texas, USC, the great schools, these amazing students. And they said, "We're gonna take 7 of the best students out of the 35 of you to be our valedictorians." So I said, "Okay." I'm in the corner with the pen and the pad. I'm taking notes, I'm practicing my remarks. And finally, when it's time to give our big speech, I kill it. And they pick me to be one of the top 7 students. Do y'all understand that you have to try things? You have to step out of your comfort zone. You gotta get involved if you're gonna find things you're passionate about. Also, when you get involved, when you put both feet into whatever you're doing, you're gonna develop skills that are gonna make you more valuable in the work world, more valuable in the workplace. The second thing I want to talk to you all about is purpose. Why you're here. It is so important to figure out, what are you uniquely qualified to do? What are you uniquely put on this planet to do? I heard a quote once that the 2 most important days of your life are the day that you're born and the day you figure out why. And so finding your purpose is urgent to making this world better, making your world better, right? So the world is better that Michael Jordan decided to play basketball. right? The world is better than Maya Angelou decided to write. And it will be better when you find your purpose. Think of it like this. If you have a favorite teacher, favorite professor, right? Everybody immediately goes to somebody. Who's that favorite teacher you had, right? Your world is better because that teacher walked in their purpose and decided to teach. So when you find your purpose, other people's world will be better, right? Other people's lives will be better because you're walking in your purpose. We all have a superpower. For me, it's always been storytelling. It's always been talking. But when I was younger, I didn't know that was a job. I didn't know it was a superpower. I just got in trouble day after day in school because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I couldn't stop talking. I couldn't stop distracting other students. But it was there. It was in me, right? Now, speaking is my full-time job. Storytelling is the way I inspire people across the world, y'all. I'm going to Singapore next month, India the month after that, as well as all these colleges and schools across the United States, right? All of that started with this thing that was in me when I was young, but nobody could see it. I'm telling you all, as young people, you can't wait for somebody else to come and decide you have value, decide what your superpower is a superpower. You have to figure that out for yourself and immediately start moving in that direction. And when you do, you need to reach further than you can see, right? Like, so when you say, what do you want to be? Somebody say, I want to be a teacher. You should be reaching further than that. You should say, I want to be the greatest teacher in the state and write curriculum for other schools all across the world. Right? If you want to be a lawyer, you should say, I want to be the managing partner of the law firm with my name on the wall. Right? Whatever your goal is, your purpose is that's inside you, know that it can go way further than you could ever imagine, but you have to believe it's possible for you to be great. Believe it's possible for you to be successful. And for every single one of y'all, it is. It's in you. You want to do it. You love it. If money was no issue, you know what you would do every day. Sing, dance, act, write, produce, help people, whatever that is in you, that thing, that's your purpose. All right, y'all, and the last thing I want to talk to you all about is grit. It is so important that you all develop the grit and the resilience to achieve your goals. Because let me give y'all the spoiler alert. You're going to have setbacks. Nobody, when they do their vision board or their New Year's resolutions, puts failure on there. They never put setbacks on the vision board, right? But it's actually part of your journey, and it's not a part that you should run from. It's actually helpful to you to go through adversity on your path to success, right? Let me give you a personal example of that. So I'm a senior, I'm about to graduate. I'm the student government president, 3.4 GPA. I'm like the man on campus, all this great stuff is going on, and I'm applying for jobs now, right? I'm about to finish college, applying for jobs. I applied to 42 public relation firms, and I got 42 rejection letters because they wanted me to have the experience as well as the degree. And I didn't have the experience, I was just graduating. They wanted me to like intern for a few years. And I said, I'm not going home back to Buffalo to live in my mom's basement, right? After I finished college because I couldn't find no job at all. And so I said, screw that, I'm going to the military. So I graduated in May of 2008, and in June of 2008, I was headed to boot camp at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, because I knew at least the military would pay for my master's degree, give me some money coming in. Well, the blessing in that was, in 2012, I was trained to be a master resilience trainer. When I got out of the military, I took that training and wrote a best-selling book on resilience. Now I travel the world speaking on resilience, overcoming setbacks and challenges. But it's all because I had the grit to keep going, even in the face of uncertainty, even in the face of failure, even when I'm getting rejection letter after rejection letter after rejection letter from these public relation firms. Do y'all understand that the failure, the setback actually set me on a path that I never could have imagined? So as you all are going through your journey and you're going through challenges, whether it's a class is too hard, or you got these 3 organizations you're trying to manage and it's so stressful, or you got financial aid situation, whatever your challenge is, family issues, trauma, don't quit. Keep the grit inside you that you're gonna need to overcome adversity, because it's coming. Right? It's not a question of are you gonna have adversity? The question is, are you gonna be tough enough to overcome the adversity and keep going? And if you make that decision, you'll have a life that you could never imagine, because the people who are successful all had to go through the storm. And you're gonna have to go through it too, but you can make it. And on the other side is bright and sunny, y'all, trust me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Duncan Kirkwood. You can follow me on social at Duncan Kirkwood on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. I would love for you to connect with me, to work with you all, or for you to follow my journey. Today we talked again about passion. Understanding that you have to step out of your comfort zone to open up the doors to new possibilities. We talked about purpose, knowing that you have something inside you. You have a superpower inside you. And once you tap into it, you can build the life and the career that you want. We talked about grit, understanding that failure and setback are actually part of your process to success. So don't run from it. Don't be ashamed of it. Embrace it, learn from it, and keep going. Don't quit on yourself. So I really appreciate that you all tuned in. And again, follow me on social, connect with me on my website, but whatever you do, go be awesome on purpose. Peace.
For more Hotspots, visit us on unitehbcu.org.